Hi, and welcome to the BSSS e-content video platform. I'm Piyush Pradhan, and I'm from Department of English. Today we have got determiners for this particular video, in which we'll be discussing about the various features and the other rules used in determiners. Now, what exactly is a determiner? In English grammar, a determiner is the word that helps in determining things essentially as they are, or as they are to be presented in a given time period. This in turn helps to identify things and also to help specify them clearly. You see, basically a determiner is considered in the initial stage of a noun or a noun phrase largely, in which there can be more than one determiner. So it can be known what comes after it or taken together to define the plural form of a condition. What are the different types of determiners? Well, they are simply divided into different kinds or types. I have come up with at least 5 or 6 these kind of types of determiners. For example, the first one is the use of determiners including articles in statement. Second is the demonstratives. We have got a list of understanding demonstratives. Those include this, that, these, etc. Then the third kind of a determiner can be used for the possessive forms. In the fourth type of determiner, we'll be talking about indefinite adjectives. Determiners can also be used with cardinal and ordinal numbers as well. And if I talk about the other rest of the miscellaneous ways of taking a determiner situation, then we have got some list of the words with us. For example, each, both, every, all, neither, other, either, another, most, enough, several, etc. So there's a huge list. And these types of different kinds of determiners that are divided into different situations actually help you to understand them, the way how an individual take them. Let us just work on certain examples of determiners. Out of these 5 and 6 different types or kinds of determiners, I have used these 4 examples for you. Let us read the first example. I have never seen a gun like this before in life. Second, I saw a sports bike at the store today while I was with my friend. Third, my bike gives 30 kilometers a liter. And the last situation, in a field there is an elephant that runs amok and ruins the crop field. So out of these examples, you'll find that all those types of different kinds are included, and you may very well underline and understand how these determiners are taken. Let us now learn them individually. First of all, we are going to begin with use of demonstratives or demonstrative determiners. The duty of a demonstrative determiner is to state the purpose of a determiner in a form of demonstratives that has a clear-cut picture that involves only the demonstration of some kind. So it's very important that we concentrate only on the section of demonstration. How? Let us just understand these examples. First example, my shorts that have 3 pockets are better than those of my brothers. Have you seen the underlined determiner? The underlined determiner is those. Now the second statement, the character of this intensity is nowhere to be accepted by judge in court. In this statement, I have underlined the determiner this. The third statement, the water coming out of that water has been near the fountain is toxic to be used for domestic purposes. Look at the underlying determiner. The underlying determiner in this statement is that. And now the last demonstrative statement. There are these special pens in lockdown that are pen cum sanitizers and getting famous among kids all over our town. So I hope you have concentrated on these 4 different demonstratives in these examples. This, that, these and those. This, that, these and those. Anything that is far away will be actually considered under a longer distance. So in order to understand determiners, the easiest way to learn them sometimes is to use your body language. If you are explaining some another person with the help of your hands or any kind of other body gestures, that will help you to introspect what you want to say through this statement. Now, we'll be pushing along to the next individual use of determiner, that is the use of possessives. Things that talks about possessions. Possessions means something which is of your own. Now, in order to bring up possessives in English language, determiners has its own set of word list to determine the ownership of a certain aspect. So as I've clearly stated to you a couple of minutes ago, that possessives talk about ownership. Let's work on the first statement. My car. I've underlined the possessive determiner my, and then it is up to you, your choice, what statement you want to frame. For example, over here, I have stated the sentence as, my car with decorative features are enough to attract the passers-by on streets each day. Second, it is your lookout towards society that is making you firm slowly inside and shall help you breed respect for others in heart. Third, our faith in God will certainly help us come out of this innate ordeal we all have been suffering with since long. And the last example, it is his Derby horse that would beat all other horses in the race for tomorrow. Now, what did you realize when I actually explained to you the use of possessive determiners? One thing you must have noticed a couple of seconds ago, that I was not trying to rush my tongue. If you're going to speak these possessives very quickly, you can even suffer from a slip of tongue. So you need to give necessary pause, a pause of 1 or 2 seconds before you complete your picture. I hope you all have understood that. Now, quickly look at the third individual use of determiner, and that is done through indefinite adjectives. For use in determiners, indefinite adjectives are mainly used in affirmative sentences, and those affirmative sentences are taken with uncountable and plural countable nouns. Now, with the help of these examples, you'll understand what are uncountables and plural countable nouns. For example, there is some proof that the boy committed murder is guilty. Second, I do not demand any help from you for this imperative project. Third, my father has done very little to raise a family rich in this affluent city. Fourth, do you like to watch much television? Now please concentrate on this fourth statement. You have to understand the positioning of the use of this determiner. Either you can attach it in the middle of the statement, or this can come in the very end. So either you can say, do you like to watch much television? Or you can say, do you like to watch television much? The rest of the statements are already available through this slide, and I hope you'll be able to concentrate on these underlying indefinite use of adjectives for the use of determiners. For my audiences, I've come up with some exercises that are based on the use of determiners. I've actually come up with some fill-in-the-blanks kind of exercises where you are about to attach the suitable determiners in them. These are the list of 10 different fill-in-the-blanks, and of course, I have shared the answer key with you. In the same way, when I'll be able to share some assignments of determiners with you, I'll be able to ask you about what can be the possibility for using the proper word to fetch up any blank properly. These are these 10 fill in the blanks, and hope you'll be able to understand immediately how the different features of determiners are taken together. In this part of the slide, of course, I've come up with some multiple choice questions or MCQs. What you need to do is you just need to tick the box with the correct answer, matching with the question above. I've gotten another such example of possessive determiners in the form of this picture-based task. Over here, you'll be looking at around 20 different pictures which you need to depict, and you are supposed to fill up the blank. Now, one thing can be done through this particular picture-based task is that either you can fetch the correct word in the blank, or separately, with your own choice, you can frame a single line sentence of your own. So either of the ways you can deal with this part of the picture depiction task. I hope you have enjoyed this task. I was extremely delighted to share this part of determiner with you. Thank you so much, and I'll certainly be helping you with any doubts, whatever there shall be. Thank you so much.